Hi all, it's me again. This is the third or fourth time I've tried, and hopefully you can hear me now, loud and clear. So I'll give you a few minutes to get back in, and I will start the reading which we were shuffling for. I've already said the prayer. I'm not sure if it was Restream or it was YouTube causing the problems. I'm not going to have any music in this one. But I'm here. So, my starter card, while you're filing in, is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles has come out in reverse. So, Stormer is well aware that his traditional attitude, his devil may care attitude, is now buggering off, and he's basically, he can feel the vultures and the monsters around him, and the material resources of people who were funding the Labour Party are all disappearing now. So he's now just, he knows he's on shaky grounds, and he knows that now our special relationship with the Americans is also on very, very shaky grounds. So if he stays, we will be out on our own. We also have the Death card, and crossing over that is the Page of Cups. The Death card is out in reverse as well. So the Death card is a major arcana card, and when it's out in reverse, it's not. He's sticking his heels in, basically. If it was in the upright, it would mean that Starmer is getting ready to move on. He is sticking his heels in at the moment, and he is not wanting to go now. Everybody's saying you've got to go now, you've had enough, we've had enough, the country's had enough. But there will be a transition phase, and he will be going, whether he wants to or not. There will be a vote of no confidence, because there's plenty more fish in the pond according to this Page of Cups. As the Page of Cups is going over, it's cancelling out that card where he is in reverse and he's not wanting to go. There will be a change, and that fish in the pond is going to be the casting their net. Not only are they voting for a new deputy PM, they are voting for a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. And they know that come October, November, when the turkeys are out, this Nine of Pentacles he'll be going he'll definitely be gone by November. He'll be going with a canny pension. And that's his financial reward. He's getting all, he'll not be bobbing for apples, put it that way. They will be given, according to the Nine of Pentacles here, they will be giving him and his family a lot of security. And he has a lot of material security anyway, because he wasn't short of a bob or two when he went in to number 10. He's done what he set out to, which was divide the country, divide the party, and not have his beg and ball out. He stitched us all up like turkeys, apparently, and that was another thing he set out to do. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a woman squirting the villain with a hose pipe. And she is getting rid of the filth, the dirt. And not only is she watering the apple tree, she's trying to blast his big-headed attitude away as well. So the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is he's walking away with a new perspective and lifestyle changes. But with it being in reverse, he's not going to go easily. He's not walking away easily. As I said before, he's going to be sticking his heels in the ground. But October, November time, he is going to be going. He's going to be pushed out the door. He will be. The Eight of Pentacles is in reverse as well. And it shows you here the building blocks, but as it's in reverse, he's going to find it a swift move. Because if it was in the upright, it would mean it would be carefully planned out. But he's going to feel the rug pulled from under him. Now, you've got a card in the upright. The rest of them are all in the upright because they're facing the camera. He's going to have a happy Christmas with his Five of Wands. So he will be out of Downing Street. And he's going to have some major disagreements coming his way. Hence the cracker being pulled this way and that way. The prize that he gets is the competition for his memoirs. He will write a book and he will slate everybody he's worked with because he's the snake. He's the... Hi Roy, I am speaking about Mr. Starmer. There's whisperings in the political sphere that he will be going, and so far the cards so far are saying that he will be going by November. December he will be he'll be getting offered book deals, and he will be that slippery salesman where he will be writing the book. He'd be already writing it actually. There'll be a competition to see who gets his book, and there'll be a diverse lot of people after that book. And with that book deal, he's going to rat on everybody. And particularly, the reason why he got rid of Angela Rayner was she was leading the charge against him to get rid of him as Prime Minister. So she could have just slipped in to be PM. So he got rid of her that way. Right, we have the Moon, which is another major arcana card. And it is there's a stamp. And the thief in the night, they'll come like a thief in the night. I'm not sure whether they're pebbles or it's bread. And there is a little cat there looking round the corner of the chimney. But the stamp could be stamp duty. So this is Angela Rayner. She never paid her stamp duty. He knew that. So he used that. Hi, Lady of the Lake. He used that stamp duty as a way to get rid of her, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So he got rid of her because he knew she was pushing to get rid of him. Because she has something else on him, and then that is going to come out very, very soon. We have the Seven of Swords. Slippery Starmer was having a fling. And if you look at the lady here with the glasses on, she saw everything. She caught them. This is going to come out. Madam Red Sock there. She saw Madam Red Sock and Starmer getting it on. I don't think Andy Burnham is quite that ambitious, but I can see the North East Mayor. She is very ambitious. It was something I picked up from her when I first met her. Is she was PCC, the Police Crime Commissioner for the North East, and then the opening for the devolved mayor's ship came up. I can see Kim going for leader, but he's been having a fling as the pot's calling the kettle black. This relationship got very steamy, and there's somebody watching, taking notes. The Empress. We have Tom Kitten. Tom Kitten has all the notes rolled up under his arm and a lucky 4-leaf clover. He's been nurtured by the lady with the red bow. So I may be wrong. The lady with the red bow. Have a look to see who wears the pussy bows. He's also got a pussy bow. So we have the Empress, which is another major arcana card. So we've got the Moon, we've got the Death. In this deck that have come out tonight. So the Empress, she's a guide. She is abundance and she's inner feminine power. She is pushing other people forward, but she is saying, I'm the next leader. I've got the pulling power. And I'm a strong woman. I can push all these fellas around. I can get them all to do my bidding for me. I can see Andy Burnham is the deputy leader of the Labour Party, but I can't see him being the leader. I'll get the Star Tarot out and I'll have a look. Andy Burnham. Andy Burnham, will he be the next leader of the Labour Party? I can't see it. Ace of Pentacles coming out. There, the Empress has come out in reverse for Andy Burnham. And the starter card is the Emperor. Right, the Emperor. He has ambition to be a leader of the party. He's very full of masculine power. When you can see he's got the strong white horse. The moon is in the yin and yang phase of the next eclipse. They're already pushing and shoving. And the looks here that the lioness is coming up over him. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands going over. But the Knight of Wands going over is in reverse. So they're both reverse cards. The Ace of Pentacles. So he sees this as a financial opportunity and he sees it as a way to bring prosperity to the country. If he could be Prime Minister, but as I say, it's in reverse. And this is like the Tree of Life card as well. And it's a star pulling power. And it's a web of lies. If he takes that job, if he was to take the job, it'd be his downfall. It's the poison chalice for him. And we have the Knight of Wands going over it. And the Knight of Wands, yes, it's a job change and a vacation for him. And he's passionate about his job in the Labour Party, but he would take the lesser role if it meant just being in the corridors of power. It will be blocked by the people who want another female Prime Minister, I'm afraid. The Eight of Cups, which is in reverse, he's reaching for the stars and you can see the light at the end of the rainbow. But the only way he'll get peace is being second in command. And these two will be a dynamic duo. They will bring the Labour Party back to the new Labour ways of the 90s, when it was all feast and no famine. They'll find the money. It's not just Rotherham that will rear their ugly heads. I'm afraid you've got the North East as well. Eight of Cups again, so I'm saying, yeah, he needs a wealthy backer. And with this being in reverse, the Eight of Cups is emptying. He does criticise himself a lot, and he does feel trapped up where he is. And he'd have to move. He'd have to move from his beloved Manchester. And he's still got so much to do there. Because he's got everything under control there at the moment. We have the Magician. Talking about control. The Magician. He's using everything he can. This came out in the upright, so he's using every skill he can to manifest the top roll. Sorry, I've had to come back to StreamYard. And you can see the purple light. So he is walking in regnant light. He is fully protected, and his protection that is around him is saying, look, you're perfectly in balance, but don't go for the imbalance. Go for the second in command rather than the top job, because you will become imbalanced. Look at what's been happening. Your city will not be balanced. The equilibrium will be just totally torn to shreds. And now we have the Empress. So we've gone from the Emperor, which was our starting card, through to the Magician, now to the Emperor. So far, three major Arcana cards. Hello, Tux. So Tux is coming to take Milo out the back. So we have a lot of water to tread. A swan swimming above, trying to keep its head above water. A deer. A lot of calla lilies. A dove of peace. However, as you saw, she was in reverse. As we can see now, there's a very tumultuous time. Okay, Roa, I will look into Trump for you. It's like herding cats. My aunt is trying to herd the dogs, and it's like herding cats. So, all I can say about this Empress is the feminine power. He's got his hands full with this woman, and she is blonde. And I know personally that this Northeast mare is blonde, and she's got a lot of red roses in her hair. If you look, and she is red through and through. Hang on a second. So that's what I can see in the cards at the moment, is she is coming for post. We also have 3 of Wands, which is fiery wands, majestical wands. And he is plotting and planning, and he's hoping our paths lead to number 11. He's got the Knight of Wands in the upright. Knight of Wands is a strong man and a job change. So he's definitely heading to number 11, Lady of the Lake. We've got the Ace of Wands, which is in reverse. He's not going to find the job very inspirational, very passionate. But as I say, he's going there, and the Lovers. It's going to cause a bit of turmoil for him and his wife, or him and his life partner. So that's what 4. Now 4 of the Major Arcana cards. So he's going to have some really bad. Look up Kim McGuinness, Lady of the Lake, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see the power exude from her. And she's a lot stronger than Angela Rayner ever was, and she is a lot she's a lot more clued up. Him and her would be the dynamic duo if they were both in Parliament together. She'd be Batman to his Robin. Kim McGuinness. Right. Trumpety Trump. I'll use the Crow Tarot for Trump. You're welcome, sweetheart. Trumpety Trump, Trump, Trump. Put those 2 decks in that box. Wherever the crow flies, I shall follow. Wherever the crow flies, I will follow. I don't know where that song's come from. Don't know who sang it, but I'm singing it now. Okay. Did Donald J. Trump, have any medical procedures done when he was missing for 2 weeks? What do you think, Roa? I think he's been sorting his money out. he was sorting his finances out, because I know he was up to court again, and the judge still found in that woman's favour. So with the Eight of Pentacles here, he was preparing and putting a lot of effort into crossing the I's, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and making sure a lot of his money was accounted for, because he was trying to get out of paying that defamation case. And the judge still filed in that woman's favour. I still think that the money that is being paid out is a bit extortionate and should not have been paid that amount. That would have been capped in this country. She would not have gotten as much in this country. So she's lucky she was in America. We have the Page of Swords. That's in reverse. So the Page of Swords, he's not happy with that news he got. He's spitting feathers, as you can see. He's pulling his feathers out. So he's probably lost a bit more hair off his toupee. His comb over's looking a bit thinner than what it was. He looks as if he's lost a bit of weight as well. But he's now getting back into his victory nest, and he's getting back to the job at hand with this Six of Wands. And victory is in his hands because he has cleansed himself away from the Epstein files. But he's found, as you can see with the roses here, he's found Prince Andrew in it up to his neck. He's found another royal in it up to his neck, which is why he's coming over to England to speak to the king. Because the daughter-in-law is up to, I'd say up to her forehead, basically, not her neck. And he's got victory over her. So that's why he's not just coming over on for a diplomatic chat. He's coming over to say, look, you need to get rid of the old crone. You need to get her out of the family. By all means, offer the hand of kindness to your son. But you should get him to sign something to make sure he doesn't speak. Because this is the Six of Wands, but if you look closely, there's only 5 crows on the bottom. The 6th one sat up here. This is Mr. Trump, and he's sitting there holding court and saying, look, king, friend, you need to listen to what William is saying. Disassociate from her if you want to bring H back, but H cannot be part of the inner sanctum of the royal family. You also need to get rid of Andrew, and this has been coming up in other readings as well recently. As you know, I did the Andrew. Well, he is going to impress that on the king over the next few days as they meet, because we now have the Wheel of Fortune. Donald is going to have some huge luck with the king. He is going to explain to the king that our special relationship as two countries is going to disappear, if he doesn't do a couple of things. A, tell Starmer he has to go. B, get rid of the duo that are linked to. He's going to show him on paper that there are two people within the family that are linked to each other and to Epi. And we know who those two are. But also, there was another person who I alluded to in the Zodiac readings who popped up in those readings. The barless one, he met Megan a hell of a long time before they were official. They met either at a diddler or an Epi party, and that is what Ghislaine Maxwell has got over the pair of them. He will, if it means we will lose our special friendship status. Because special friendship status means we lose protection, we lose getting information for MI5, MI6, and what other spy agency we've got. We will not have our militaries working together as closely as they have been. We have a lot more to lose than people think. And Donald has all the cards to play. And he's not going to bluster. He's not going to filibuster. He's going to show them just how dangerous Harry and Murgatroyd are. Right, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So the Ace of Wands, all the passion and creativity and inspiration has gone out of what Trump was planning. He's deeply upset, he's in mourning, because as you can see, that depicts New York City. He's in a state of mourning. With him being in a state of mourning, he is likely to be enraged. And he's posthumously give Charlie Kirk an award. It's not the award you wanted to give him. You wanted to give him another award. But you need to be alive for that award. And he will leave no stone unturned to get justice for Charlie. Charlie was killed to prevent him from rising to presidency in the future. Prince William will be there. Prince William does a lot of the top tier talks now with prime ministers around the world, and presidents, because he is king in all but name, king in all but title, I should say, and he has been for quite a while. Charles is not allowed to step down yet because Camilla is not ready to step down as Queen Consort. As I say, Trump has the key, he has the secret. He has the key to some locked away information. The first time I've noticed keys in this card. Every time I pick up the Crow Tarot, I see something new. We have the apple. Phew, bless me. We have the grapes. We have pomegranates. Pomegranates mean fertility. So there's a baby coming within the first family again. The lotus flower as well, that also means fertility. So we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is satisfaction. He's got his ultimate dream. His dreams come true. He's back in the White House. He's back meeting everybody he wants to meet. But the only dream he has to come true now is to end that bloody needless war, as he keeps calling it. The needless war in the Ukraine and in Russia. He says only when that ends will the other wars die down. He says, but Netanyahu, or Netanyahu as he calls him, in private, will need to die before that war ends. Because that's the only reason why the war in the Middle East is still raging on. As you see here, this is the Ukraine card and Russia card. The Ukraine is where the most sunflowers were grown in the past, and that's where the most sunflower oil was produced. We have the fish. We have battles with the French, who have more rights to fish in our seas than what we do. They can fish to their little heart's content, whereas we have quotas. And our fishermen have to throw fish back once they reach their quotas. Ridiculous, I know. The price of food Trump is trying to keep the food at a level price. He doesn't want food to go up, fresh fruit and veg, because he knows fresh fruit and veg, the more we have, the healthier we become as nations. But the cost to export and import is astronomical. But he says the key to that is working with the farmers and the food producers and the importers and exporters to get the prices down. But at the moment, we're having more sunshine in our own country, so we're able to grow some more of the exotic fruits that we wouldn't normally be able to grow. In Scotland, they're managing to grow oranges. I've managed to grow figs for the first time in my area. So we're, and I can't wait to taste them actually. So H went to the Ukraine under the guise of Invictus. Allegedly, Invictus paid for him to go there. And if they did, it's more stupid than I thought. We were talking about the King because the King and Trump are due to meet. But I believe William's going to stick his 10 bob Bitworth in. And they're going to talk about a lot about the Ukraine. And possibly the Sunshine States as well. And our special relationship, because that's come up in card readings quite a bit. Card readings I've done myself alone. I keep getting on the granny's postcard cards, that card with the American flag. That keeps coming up. So Old Faithful keeps coming out of the deck. It's literally flew out twice today. So I know they're going to be speaking about our special relationship. Yes, they have increased the security around them because they've heard somebody's going to try something, and that's the only reason why they're doing that. Now Milo is naffed off out the back. I am going to have a look at Mr. Trumpton. Did Donald Trump have some medical procedures while he was out of the public eye for 2 weeks? North to south for yes, east to west for no. No, he didn't have any medical procedures, according to the pendulum. Okay, pendulum, thank you for that answer. Can I ask another couple of questions, please? Was Donald J. Trump quiet because he was dealing with that court case? North to south for yes, east to west for no. Yeah, that kind of confirms everything. Okay. I move the Donald cards. And pull a crystal card out, and then the Earth Alchemy card, and then we will pendulum over the top of that for Prince William. I don't think he was very happy, but he was there in the background. And 20 minutes before he turned, the H one turned up, Sophie turned up, and Sophie was sat there, allegedly, in the room. So Charles was not alone, and apparently Camilla was there as well. So he wanted his dad on his own, but by all accounts, he had his close protection team, or his bulldogs, his British bulldogs. So we've got Mama Cacao and Rhodonite here. Heart is opening, heightened sensitivity and unifying, and high on love. Right, okay. North to south for yes, and east to west for no. Was Prince William, the Prince of Wales, happy about his father meeting up with the Duke of Sussex, Harry? No. Okay, thank you. Did Harry ask his father for money? Thank you, Pendulum. Can I stop? Did Harry get the money off his father? There we are. Were the CIA involved in Charlie Kirk's death? That was an emphatic yes. There we are. And that was it from the heart card. Right, Harry did ask his dad for money. William was extremely unhappy. Harry got no money whatsoever, which we knew that's what he wanted for. And yes, the CIA did have a hand in Charlie's passing. We'll have a look into that, Sorry. Did AOC instigate the trans activists in the area of Charlie Kirk's passing? Remember, everybody, these readings are for entertainment and education purposes. And yes, some of my readings are accurate, some may not be. Take from them what you will. And God bless Charlie, and hope his transition to the spirit world, although it was traumatic here, hope that his transition to the spirit world was easy and calm for him. He was taken too soon, and let's hope Mr. Trump makes all of those involved feel the full weight of the law and justice prevails. They will be picked off one by one. Those. There is a particularly nasty group, isn't there, Sari, from Florida, and they have a reach around the country. and they're called the Proud Boys. I don't like them, but they vehemently follow Trump and try to protect his supporters as much as they can. They've done a better job than the close protection services in protecting Trump in some cases. And they will do that again. Apparently, Charlie had some close protection from the alphabet soup agencies, but they weren't there at the time, which was suspicious in itself. AOC, once it comes out that she instigated this, allegedly speaking, for YouTube and other sources, she may well find herself between a rock and a hard place. And once Labour are out in England, I can see the assisted suicide bill being shelved. And I'll explain why in a second. King Charles may step aside, or he may not. We'll look at that on another on Wednesday's live. Because I want to go a little bit more into detail about. I have a feeling he may. It was something my mother, who's not psychic, said earlier on today. But we will have a look on that on Wednesday. Once I've been to church and had me church protection. And our vicar is permanent now. So he told us yesterday. So he got a raucous round of applause, and so did the wardens, because they were on the interview panel. So I think I made them all a card. I need some congratulations stickers. Right. Camilla will be Dowager Queen, which is an old title. She thought she'd become Queen Mother, but she'd not. She'd be Dowager. Yes. The king wasn't allowed. If Harry was going to give him a present, the king is not allowed to accept gifts from him. They have to be sent in advance, like anybody else sending a gift. They've got to be sent in advance so they can be checked out by our secret services and the lovely, delicious Johnny. Okay, right. There was another question I saw pop up. I think H got the shock of his life when he saw his father face to face. That's what it was done for. That's why they allowed him the audience with Papa. right? So Harry was told, under no circumstances, in any way, shape, or form, are you allowed, when father is living, dead, or otherwise, can you disclose the contents of this conversation? And if you do, Prince William will, once king, the first thing he'll do is remove all titles. Yes, he sent our sisters packing because they'd had far too much money out of the royal purse, and it was done because he was slimlining the royal purse. She will be going off to our own home in the country, and she will be living as Dowager Queen, or as Diana called her, Dowager Mistress, in our own house, but she will be having the royal protection because she was Charles's wife. I do believe that they are on now passing watch, is what I put it as now. Lady Louise is being prepared to be, already being prepared to be a senior royal. And if all of this hadn't come out with Epstein now, Andrew's daughters would have been prepared as well. They won't need to expose the kids. Once William is on the throne, William will ascend with his beautiful wife, and titles will start disappearing forthwith, which means those kids will start the kids that may well or may not exist. I'm covering my ass there. Will also lose their mythological titles. And the lying Duchess, as soon as Harry loses his titles, she'll lose hers, and the divorce will be there. And Harry will have no money. So she'll get out. Not even a jar of a jam. And allegedly that house is a rental, so she doesn't even get the house. Of course she'll get another title, though, if she chooses to have the other title of princess. There is a rumour that she'd be offered the Duchess of Sussex, but I don't think she'd want that poison chalice. She will refuse the poison chalice, and there is quite a few other titles in abeyance. And Prince William will give her the one that suits her and her personality. The York title will go in abeyance probably forever because it's cursed, in my opinion. So who would want the Duke of York title? Andrew could have a job within the castle as a footman or a stable hand. I could see William giving him that job. Go on, look at the stables, dear uncle. Your first job, and yet that means something in your life. I know he was a veteran of the Falklands, but I can see him cleaning up horses' muck. Now I've come back to StreamYard, I can actually see who are my who've got me wrenches. I can't remember Aunt Mary's title, but it was Lady something. I'll have to look that up. But wow, it's 8 o'clock already. We're back in our rhythm already, girls. Thursday, I may not be around because it's the day we receive our lovely lady, who we all call Aunt Nancy, into the church for our Requiem Mass. And on Friday is our funeral. So we will be preparing for that. But I may be around on Friday evening. Okay. I am going to love yous and leave yous. And I'm going to get myself off to bed and take my migraine tablets. Roa, any day to suit you. But I'm sorry you didn't get it when you wanted it. It was just that things went crazy with my mum when she went into hospital, and then I got hit with those. The migraines were just blinding. And when I went to my GP last Thursday, he seems to think it was because I had that temporary change of my slow release medication for my pain. And the 2 months I was off my normal medication was when the migraines started, and the pharmacy tried to tell me the other day that the medication was still not getting produced. So I said, oh, it's funny that my GP was in touch with the manufacturer while I was there, and they said it's in stock, but they sent me less than what I normally get. So if it goes out of manufacture again, I will not be able to eke it out like I did. So right, I will let you go, and I love yous and leave yous, and thank you for being the understanding family that you are. See yous Wednesday. Is there a Duke of Harewood still alive? because that may not be possible if there's a Duke of Harewood still alive, if our sons are still alive. Because that title, once bestowed, it'll go down through generations of Queen Mary's family.